Alright guys, I'm back again. This time I have a very special guest with me, and that'd be tenakakhan1985. Am I saying the numbers right?
That's right, man. Call me Evil J if you want to, though.
Yeah, and I asked him, I always wanted to do a video with him, so here we are. And we're going to be talking about the new X-Men event coming soon called Year of the X-Men. So let's start off with you. What do you think of this whole event?
Honestly, I'm kind of excited by the proposal, but then again, I've recently had a sort of a falling out with Marvel here a while lately that every event that they project always usually is going to alter the universe in some way. And I'm kind of skeptical about going into this when they say something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure. Like, I think you said in one video you weren't even going to bother with Fear itself.
Yeah, I think I was. I might turn that around now because what more they talked about it, they've given Matt Fraction complete control over, so I might be swayed into giving it a chance.
Yeah.
That and if I can afford it.
Yeah, tell me about it. But this right here, Year of the X-Men, I'm not too sure what it's all about. I mean, we got these multiple storylines going on within itself. I mean, the one that interested me the most is the X-Force one. That I saw the poster, the teaser for it, and it has the new X-Force. You know, Wolverine's new X-Force with Deadpool and Psylocke and Archangel fighting the Age of Apocalypse X-Men.
Yes.
What do you think of that?
Sounds very kick-ass, man.
Yeah, I love the Age of Apocalypse. This proves that you can do a well done alternate universe story.
I do so.
Yeah. My thing is that how does that my thing is with that X-Force thing is that how do you end up in a world that's supposed to not even exist anymore?
Money can change everything, man.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. The other thing is too is that we had this other poster here of Colossus. Looked like he's going to put on the Juggernaut helmet, and it says, "I will do what needs to be done." You think he's gonna take over the power of Juggernaut?
This could be interesting to see. It kind of plays on the same thing too with the Fear itself tie-in that they actually showed not Apocalypse. I don't know why I said that, but Cyclops dressed up like Magneto.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of interested to see where this goes.
Yeah. I'm kind of wondering too because I don't know if you've been managed to keep up with Juggernaut lately, but there was actually where him and Spider-Man fought this character known as Captain Universe, and Juggernaut lost the power of the Gem of Sidorak where he gets his powers.
Yeah.
So it's kind of leaving me wondering that Colossus might get the Gem of Sidorak, because it looks like also from this teaser he's wearing not like the armor, like a version of the Juggernaut armor. So, and I'm wondering what happens that's so bad that he needs to become the new Juggernaut.
I don't know. Or this leads to another possibility that this could be the Colossus from the Age of Apocalypse that they're showing on there.
Yeah, that could be true. That is a possibility. I mean, I'm pretty sure that it's not just the X-Force that are going to be taking on the Age of Apocalypse X-Men.
I know we got let's see. There is the New Mutants, which I haven't been keeping up with, but they're talking about a huge tie-in that's going to start out of New Mutants 25 with them going after Blink and Nate Gray.
Yeah, I saw that. I know Blink is still around, but and Nate Gray recently came back in Dark X-Men.
Which, unfortunately, I haven't read that, by the way, either, so I'm kind of some things I'm out of the loop on.
Save yourself the money and don't read it. It was terrible.
I kind of figured that.
Yeah. The only big thing in there is that Nate Gray comes back. That's about it. What else was there? The other one is that I don't have this picture of the teaser, but there's a very cool one of Cyclops' visor, and it's slashed into 3 pieces from Wolverine's claws. And in the top it says, "I won't let him divide us." You think it's finally hit fever pitch with Cyclops and Logan?
I think it has too, because if you read this new Uncanny X-Force, the first issue, Cyclops told Wolverine that I don't think it was in the first issue, but Cyclops basically said that X-Force was nuts, and Wolverine went behind his back and reformed the group. And they went out and killed Apocalypse, so yeah, I think this could lead to something very heavy.
Yeah. And plus, Scott Summers has done nothing but make bad choices one after another for the X-Men.
Oh, don't even get me started. I'm already thinking the Curse of the Mutants.
Oh, yeah. What the hell was he thinking, trying to use Dracula as a secret weapon?
I have no idea. Suffice it to say, somehow contrivedly it worked very well, but I don't know what was going on. I'm actually very disappointed that Victor Fisher was writing so far because of that.
Yeah. Although I will say he writes Deadpool better than Daniel Way.
Damn straight.
Yeah. Everyone writes better than Daniel Way.
We actually got to see a side of Deadpool in I think it was in issue 4 that he was really fucked up about killing the kid too.
Yeah.
Apocalypse.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure he ain't dead. They say he's Marvel's saying that Apocalypse is officially dead. I don't believe that bullshit.
Well, here's the thing. Before I started talking to you, I did read the Remender interview on iFanboy, and they're talking about Apocalypse is dead, and they kind of had a laugh after that. But they said that this is going to be the killing of Kid Apocalypse is actually going to have an effect on the Age of Apocalypse itself when they go back there.
Ah. Here's another thing I wanted to mention. Me and my friend Ziploc Gory talk about this sometimes. Do you think Magneto might become the new leader of the X-Men after all this?
That would be a very big jump. It's possible.
Yeah. I mean, ever since he's come back, Magneto, Eric Magnus has come back to the the X-Men universe. He's played like a good part of it. Like he's becoming more like a mentor in some parts.
I really hope they keep this character like this. There was a thing that Brian Code Eric pointed out one time was that the X-Men were the most evolved superhero team.
Yep.
Character-wise and story-wise, and this would definitely reflect that if they actually had Magneto step up into more of a role besides the mentor that he is right now.
Yeah. That is good. The other poster on here that I'm looking at, I got on here is that we will not let our past define our future, and it shows like Xavier, Rogue, Gambit, Legion, Xavier's son, and Magneto on here. So I think we're going to see a big change, and I'm forgetting there's one more character on there who's wearing blue. I don't know who that is.
Alright, I'm making sure this is not the same poster I'm thinking of where they have the Crawler and Jean Grey as the Phoenix on there.
I don't have that. I couldn't find that that picture either. But I know the one you're talking about. I just couldn't find it for the video.
Okay, I think I have it on my computer. I'll go back in a little bit.
Yeah. But the thing we got to look out for is that in Brown Coat Eric's videos, he did say that the X-Men were the most evolved team. even more than, Teen Titans or Justice League or Avengers. There's always the only two members that always stay on the team is Cyclops and Wolverine.
Yes.
Yeah. The other thing is too is that I'm kind of glad they're not this whole year of the X-Men thing isn't spanning out to the whole Marvel universe, and that's what the other thing I like about X-Men is that they always stay in their own universes. Like it stays in some.
Yep. Absolutely. That's the thing I've always loved about them.
Yeah. That's the other thing I've always wanted to see. Like, what if Marvel just made the X-Men books like its own universe? Like, make another company for just the X-Men.
It's intriguing. I mean, they have certainly enough characters in the background to do that.
Yeah. And you really don't need, other Marvel characters. I mean, you could just take all the X-Men related books, put them in its own, new company called, like, Company X or something, I don't know, and just make a whole new universe based around the X-Men. I'd read it a hell of a lot more than Ultimates.
Oh, yeah. I haven't read Ultimate X-Men in a long time, but I still have bad memories traced up when you mention that.
Yeah. I mean, I remember your review of Ultimates 3. God, I am so glad I didn't bother picking that up.
Oh, yeah. Just a little bit, motherfucker.
Oh, yeah. But, it's always a big change. I mean, there was a couple things that might piss me off is that, I don't want to see Nightcrawler come back too soon. I mean, his death in Second Coming meant something. So I think I'd honestly be a little pissed if he came back just instantly. Like, not even after a year he's been dead.
As much as I hope that they would do like Zip said and follow the keep him dead for 10 years and then bring him back, well, I wouldn't be surprised if they decided to bring him back.
Oh, yeah, I mean, exactly, it's exactly that. It's that, keep him, I want Kurt back. I love Kurt he's one of my favorite X-Men, but, huh?
I was about to say he's one of my favorite characters, period, almost.
Yeah. But his death in Second Coming when he saved Hope, it'd be kind of, pointless to just bring him back a year later through some Deus Ex Machina bullcrap.
Yeah. And which is the funny thing that you mentioned, talking about Nightcrawler too. Get sidetracked for a minute, but I kind of had an epiphany about Nightcrawler was that he's really the only character that his faith is very clear to people like religious beliefs and all.
Uh-huh.
I kind of wondered if in some way they wouldn't lower his character a little bit to see, exactly after all the shit that he's seen, if that would change his perspective on God or not.
Yeah. That's always, I think that's like a pretty ballsy move when comic books try to go into religion, and I think Marvel's never really tackled that. I mean, they don't even mention it around Thor. I mean, they don't even, like, there's always this one scene where I've always wanted to see Thor walk into a church. I've always wanted to see their reaction to Thor.
That would be my thing, too, because, I mean, look at Nightcrawler. He's always been, I think he's very devout Catholic, and you exist in a world that has mutants, superheroes, vampires, werewolves, monsters, aliens, Norse and Greek gods, and you still manage to maintain a faith in your Christian God. That's faith right there, and I think that's something that a lot of people don't recognize.
Yeah. I think we might come back for a part 2 because we're running out of time here, so I guess we'll see you all in part 2 then.
Get you guys later.
Alright.